Alright boys and girls, in this video I'm going to be going over different stores that I've sourced from for my Amazon FBA business here in Canada, and just talking about which ones I've found success in, which ones I haven't, and my opinions on different stores. So I'm a Canadian Amazon seller. I sell in Canada. I'm still fairly new with just about 13 months under my belt, and I make YouTube videos documenting stuff I learn and the journey along the way. If you're a Canadian Amazon seller looking for a prep center to use, I recommend Hustlers Prep. They're the prep center that I personally use. All of their information will be linked in the YouTube description. Reach out to them, tell them that AMZ Thomas sent you, and they're going to give you a special startup promo pricing if you mention my name. So check them out. Okay, so stores to source from in Canada. I've had people ask me this question, so here's a video. We'll start with good ones that come to mind. So Walmart, of course. I'm sure I've said this on a previous video, but pretty much I find that Walmart will have the cheapest pricing for a specific product than any other store. So if a product is found in multiple different stores, the Walmart price will probably be the cheapest one. That's what I've found every single time. I've never found a situation where different stores have a product and then Walmart's not the cheapest. So Walmart will always be the cheapest, assuming you're buying it from actual Walmart and not a third-party seller on the site. So Walmart's a very good store to go to. They're really good, obviously, to go in person. Their online ordering is finicky sometimes, because when you try to order, sometimes it's like you have to go pick up, or if you want a delivery, it's like a $5 extra, which really annoys me. So sometimes when you could deliver it and ship it from the warehouse, I like that, to deliver it to my house. But when they ask me to pick a reserve time to go pick it up in store and charge me an extra $5 if I want to ship it from the store, that just pisses me off. So that's what I don't like about Walmart's online ordering system, but the store has good prices and they have everything under the sun, so that's a good store. Two, like grocery stores and dollar stores. Dollar stores is in Dollarama, not like some knockoff no-name dollar stores. I like to stick to Dollarama. That's a brand name dollar store. Brand name as in it's not like a one-off mom and pop dollar convenience store on the corner. It's like a franchise store. So grocery stores are good because they have a ton of snacks and like dried goods and stuff like that. So you could pretty much always find stuff in a grocery store. It doesn't even matter what type of grocery store, just they have good stuff, like snacky stuff, not like actual food that can go rotten, but like dried food, dried goods and processed stuff. Dollarama is pretty good. I've always thought that I've underutilized Dollarama. Like, I think if you truly set yourself in the Dollarama and you go through every aisle and you scan and you search up on Amazon and try to see if these things are being sold on Amazon, if you did that in a dollar store, I think you'll find so much in a Dollarama. I've never done it because I'm too lazy and I was just like, whatever. Never got around to it, but man, that's one thing that I think would be very lucrative if you guys want to take that up. If you do that, let me know how it goes, because I do think that store has gems in it. And the thing about Dollarama is their website sucks, so you can't really just source online. You have to go in the store because the website doesn't have everything, is what I've found. So definitely Dollarama. I think there's some hidden gems in there. Another type of store that I like are like stores that are not one-offs, but not major franchises. They're not the Walmarts, but they're not the mom and pop beauty store on the corner. They might have a couple locations, but they're more like niche in whatever they are. So let's say if it's like an outdoor store, it's like a outdoor store that has a kind of more niche stuff than the general, I don't know, maybe Bass Pro. Or if it's like a grocery store or health and wellness store, it has like a lot more of a certain type of niche stuff than a general pharmacy or something. So it's hard to describe what I'm talking about, but if you see one, you'll kind of know what I mean, where there's like a couple of them and they're probably just specific to like Ontario. Like you won't have them in the States. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain sort of establishments in any niche they're pretty good, because they typically have more niche down things that the general store wouldn't have. And because they're more niche down, people who want them are always looking for where they could, people who actually want this niche shit might be looking online for it, and then if they see that Amazon sells it, then they'll be like, oh, okay, cool, Amazon has this niche thing that maybe the general metro doesn't, or general grocery store doesn't have, but Amazon has it, and you're the one supplying it on Amazon because you're going to the specialty store to get it. So keep an eye out for sort of specialty stores like that. The niche products they carry could do really well on Amazon because they're not widely found in a lot of other general stores within that niche or industry. Okay, I got a note about Shoppers Drug Mart. Shoppers Drug Mart, it has a lot of stuff that sells on Amazon that's good. However, it's so expensive in Shoppers compared to getting it at like a real Canadian Superstore or a Walmart. Shoppers Drug Mart will always have the highest retail price pretty much out of all the other chain sort of similar stores. So that's what I don't like about it. If you get it on sale at Shoppers, you might be able to make a profit. But generally, if I see something at Shoppers, I already know my margins are non-existent because the Shoppers price is so much higher than like a Walmart. And some grocery stores are more expensive than others. Like if you go to like a Metro and No Frills, a real Canadian Superstore, these places have good low prices. Like I would suggest those type of grocery stores. I would not suggest like a Loblaws or a Longo's or a Whole Foods. These higher ticket grocery stores, like they have the same stuff except in a Longo's it's more than in a real Canadian Superstore. So stay away from the bougie grocery stores. Stay down to the, you know, the basic grocery stores like your Metros, your real Canadians, your No Frills. So that's a note about grocery stores. Pharmacies, yeah, Shoppers expensive. Rexall, I assume it's the same. I haven't really had experience with Rexall. Just a note across the board, sometimes prices will be cheaper in the store than on the website. I don't know why, but I found this on more than one occasion where the website's price was more expensive than the in-store price. This is typically not for very big retail stores like Walmart. This is more for like the niche stores I talked about earlier that only have a few chains. I don't know why, but keep that in mind. So if you see a discrepancy, just in stores usually always cheaper. This is just a note about sourcing. I typically like to buy things, or I feel comfortable when I find a product on a site if that site or that store that I'm purchasing it from has a brick and mortar location. Like for example, I just drove past Kitchen Stuff Plus right now to get this Starbucks drink. I remember once I bought a product from them, I found it on their website and I went in to purchase it in store. A Walmart has it online and then it has a store. Like a Dollarama has it online, has a store. These places that have brick and mortar locations, I find are better suited for sourcing than just straight online stores. You know how sometimes there's just online stores and it's just like an e-commerce store that doesn't actually have a brick and mortar location. Those prices are always going to be more expensive than just established like companies that have a brick and mortar store, because the price, first of all, is more expensive on these e-commerce online stores because they probably have more costs to cover with shipping the product or something, so their price is a little bit higher, or they're more niche of a store. But there's always a shipping cost on these e-commerce stores, which is super annoying and lame. So I like to buy from stores that have a brick and mortar location. So I'll find the product via the store's website, and then because they have a brick and mortar location, I'll be like, okay, perfect. I'll just drive to the store and buy it. So I don't have to wait for it to come. I don't need to pay for any shipping. It's in the store. I know it's going to be the same price as it is online. So that's another note. Oh, here we go. Canadian Tires, Home Depots, Home Hardwares. Are these stores good? Yes. Honestly, I've purchased little from Canadian Tire. I haven't really gave it a lot of time of day, but there is stuff in Canadian Tire for sure. I would say Canadian Tire is pretty good. Home Depot, again, Home Depot I always find products on the Home Depot website, but they're always at a price that I don't make any money. So, like, it's good, I guess, but I personally haven't found a lot of winners on it, but it's definitely like a solid place to look. Same with Home Hardware. Home Hardware does have a couple stuff here and there. Is a good place to look as well. So like what I've been saying this whole video is just chain stores, standard stores that have an online, that have a brick and mortar. And the reason that these bigger stores are better sometimes is because they're so big that they buy such large volumes from their distributors and their brands that they're able to get the best pricing. So their prices in store to customers are usually cheaper than like a mom and pop shop or something that maybe doesn't get as good distributor pricing from the brands or distributors, and they have to charge a little bit more in their store. So that's why I like to stick to these big established stores like your Walmarts, Canadian Tires, real Canadian superstores, because they get the best pricing and pretty much have the best pricing all the time. Okay, I just finished editing the video and I realized I forgot a store. So Costco. Costco is a weird one because Costco will have great things that you can resell on Amazon. Costco will have good items that you could sell, and I've purchased stuff from Costco that I've made good money on. Like it's a good store for finding stuff and at a cheap price a lot of the times. However, the problem I have with Costco is that their model is like they get new inventory, they put it on the shelf, it's all in like the main area, and then after it's been in the main area for a while, if it doesn't sell, they put it like on the back shelves, and then once it sells out, then it's gone, and then they'll likely not get that same product back. It seems like they get inventory, it kind of sells out, and then they don't really restock the shelves with the same product compared to like a Walmart that if they run out of an item, that item will be back on the shelf next week. They'll always restock the same items. Whereas Costco, it's a different model. They have different things coming in all the time. And the reason I don't like that is because you could find a hot product in Costco, buy a bunch, even if you make good money, once it sells out, it's going to be hard to get that back. One, because that Costco or Costco's in the area might just not carry it again once its cycle is done. Or sometimes Costco will have weird sizing of products. Like companies will custom make sizing just for selling to Costco. So sometimes you'll find like a product where Costco sells it in a 3-pack, or they sell it in a jumbo size, and you sell that, and then once the Costco sells out, you can't find that exact jumbo size or that exact 3-pack in other stores. So that's why I usually just stay away from it. It's not even worth my time, because even if I do find something good, there's no telling that it'll be back there again. And most likely won't be back on the shelf in Costco again, that I could reliably go back week in and week out buying this product as I sell it on Amazon. So it's a good place to find things, even to make quick flips, but it's not a reliable place for the long term. So for that reason, I typically stay away from it. But I have found good stuff on Costco before. All right, if you guys have any questions on what I said, please feel free to follow my Instagram, leave a comment, and let's get this popping and make some sales in this 2025.